You know, I've known Harvey for, 3 years, but he's a kind of person that it's like you've known him for a lifetime. We have become great friends. We have so much in common. He's such a giving, caring person. He shares the same philosophy that I do. His first priority in his company is to his employees, which has always been my priority, and then giving back to the community make a difference. Harvey, welcome to the Texas Business Hall of Fame. So well deserved.
Morgan's Wonderland is the first ultra-accessible family fun park in the world, where special needs children can have fun in a safe environment. This place is also a symbol of one businessman's commitment to give away millions so that he can give back to San Antonio.
And if it hadn't been for Harvey Najim, I think, being involved very early in the development of Morgan's Wonderland, I'm not sure we'd be standing here today.
There's not a more generous person in San Antonio, and we're a pretty compassionate city.
Harvey Najim did not start his career with a goal of philanthropy in mind. His first concern was trying to fulfill his parents' wish that he become a doctor.
My sophomore year in college, I was doing quite well. I was a pre-med student, and I didn't want to disobey my parents. And I passed out in a lab when we were dissecting a pig, and because I can't stand the sight of blood. I mean, if you were to cut your finger right now, I'd probably pass out just from looking at the blood on your finger.
All that seems so far away now as you look across the offices of Sirius Computer Solutions. The company Najim founded in San Antonio in 1980 now stretches across the country. There are 60 offices with 700 employees. Harvey Najim and Sirius are known around the world for information technology solutions.
He is now the largest reseller of IBM equipment, not only for Texas, but for the U.S. and for the world.
I almost felt like I was physiologically and psychologically incapable of reporting into someone else. And that's a trait an entrepreneur has. I mean, they don't want to work for anybody else. They want to work for themselves.
Yet even as the company grew, Najim gradually came to the conclusion that he needed to make a change in his life to become what he calls a servant leader.
What a servant leader does is make a difference in the lives of others who are less fortunate. I said, I don't need this. I don't need the money. And I said, I'm going to give it away.
In December 2006, he created the Harvey E. Najim Family Foundation, aimed at helping children's charitable organizations in San Antonio. His initial donation of $76.5 million placed him on the list of the country's 50 most generous philanthropists.
He is really putting his money where his mouth is, but that's the way Harvey is. He's very outspoken, very frank, and he told me 2 or 3 years ago that he thought that the rest of his life should be spent doing things for others because the world had been good to him.
He's been able to take leadership that he's learned in the business world and transfer it to the not-for-profit world, in the world where he can make a difference by giving back.
You can see the difference Najim is making at places like Morgan's Wonderland and at nonprofits across San Antonio. But there is more to come.
So my goal is to have $200 million in the foundation, to be able to give out 5% a year, which you're supposed to. That's $10 million a year. I'd like to try to give out $1 million a month. That sounds like a nice round number to me. In perpetuity. Why don't you join me in making a commitment to give part of your net worth back to helping others who are less fortunate?